Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Just about everyone loves a good old fresh baked pizza pie. There's so many different varieties of pizza that there's got to be one out there for everyone. You have New York style thin crust pizza, which is my personal favorite, deep dish Chicago style, Sicilian, Neapolitan, and even the highly controversial, love it or hate it, Hawaiian pizza. And that's just to name a few. But what do all of these different pizzas have in common? They all contain some sort of flour made from grain. So if you're living a specific lifestyle or following a specific diet for whatever reason, and you have to avoid grains and flour, you're obviously not going to be able to enjoy a regular pizza made with flour. So if you want pizza, you're forced to make a grain-free dough. Which I've actually done before, and it actually turns out fantastic. But the specific dough I made was a lot of work. There's a link right up here in the top right hand corner of this video if you want to see how I made the grain-free dough. But now there's all kinds of recipes for flourless dough online. But what if you don't want to spend the time and effort to make the grain-free dough? Well, now you don't have to. Because the Real Good Pizza Company is doing it for you, the people, so I don't have to. That's right, they're making grain-free, low-carb pizzas and using cauliflower to make the crust. So today I'm trying their cheese pizza, which is mozzarella cheese, pizza sauce, on a gluten-free cauliflower crust. Real food you feel good about eating. That's their motto. The 17-ounce, 10-inch cauliflower crust cheese pizza costs $8.99. It's family-sized, low-carb, high-protein, and is made with real simple ingredients. Unlike other cauliflower crust pizzas, these pizzas are 100% grain-free. And they have a 100% love guarantee. If you're not satisfied, we'll offer a 100% refund. I like how they say they'll offer the refund and don't specifically say they'll give a refund. Here's the very short list of ingredients, and it doesn't get any simpler than this. There's 4 servings per pizza. Each serving has 370 calories, 27 grams of total fat, 10 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 145 milligrams of cholesterol, 700 milligrams of sodium, 11 grams of carbohydrates, 5 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugars, and 22 grams of protein. Now let's get the pizza out of the box, unwrap it, see what it looks like, and then get it in the oven. Still wrapped in plastic, it looks like a normal frozen cheese pizza. And it still looked like a cheese pizza after it was unwrapped. Visually, the only difference I could find between a typical frozen cheese pizza and this one was the crust. It didn't look like the typical crust, and that's a good thing, because it's not. Now the pizza goes into a preheated 400-degree oven for 16 to 20 minutes. While our pizza's in the oven, head on over and follow me on Instagram if you want to see foods I cook and eat and other random things that I do that I don't record, and you might even get a sneak peek at an upcoming video. Now here's a cauliflower crust cheese pizza after baking in the oven for 18 minutes at 400 degrees. And it certainly looked and smelled great. So we let it rest for a couple minutes to firm up. After resting for a couple minutes, it was time to slice. And I don't know what Lisa was thinking when she cut this pizza, but somehow we ended up with 4 small pieces and 4 big pieces. Gonna have to send her back to Pizza Cutting School 101. So once we had our pizza cut to random sizes, it was time to give it a try. And even though we let it cool down for a few minutes, it was still screaming hot and very limp. So we used a spatula to hold it with. And just by looking at that, it looks like a regular piece of pizza. But the most important thing is, how does it taste? So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. The first bite wasn't bad at all. And the crust had a much better texture than I anticipated. But you could certainly tell it wasn't real dough. After a few seconds, I started to get a real strong nutty aftertaste. Like when cheese is overheated or cooked too long, you get that real cheesy concentrated flavor. And by the looks of the crust, that's what happened. In small amounts, that strong cheesy flavor is good, but it was a little bit overpowering on this pizza. We tried one more piece and got the same result. That overpowering cheesy flavor was just too much, and I wasn't a fan of this pizza. By that point, I was done with the video and turned the camera off. And while the camera was off, I tried a piece of the pizza on the other side, and the difference was night and day. But it wasn't for the reason I thought it was. I thought the crust being overcooked was causing a strong flavor. But as you can see when we flip these over, the crust is the exact same color. So the very potent cheesy flavor was coming from the over-brown cheese on the top, which really overpowered the crust and the sauce, and the strong pungent cheesy flavor was all you could taste. But now on the other side where the cheese is cooked less, you can taste and enjoy all the different flavors of the pizza. I'm really glad we went back and tried the other side, because this pizza was on its way to getting a bad score. And that would have been a shame because it turned out to be a pretty good pizza. Now whether it was my fault or the pizza company's fault or my oven's fault, the first two pieces of pizza were overcooked and weren't very good. The second two pieces of pizza we tried were cooked properly and were delicious. So I'm going to judge it by the last two slices we tried, which is why I'm going to give Real Good's cauliflower crust cheese pizza a 7 out of 10. Would I eat this pizza again? Absolutely. I'd just cook it for a little less time. Would I rather eat this pizza or a regular pizza? I'd rather eat a regular pizza. The crust is the best part. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. And I'll see you soon.